Hi folks, Michael here. I'm the tax man from the IRS. We're collecting taxes, and I'm not your friend. I'm anything but your friend. You won't maybe pay me. You won't want to pay me. I'm going to take your money. You might call it stealing your money. Let's get started. And this is why we should pay attention to politics, because it affects your taxes. And Donald Trump said there will be 3 ways that we're going to make it so the government, me, that I can't take so much of your money. And the first one is tips, not just the regular wages that you earn every hour at your job. So my first item up for bids here was my hairstylist. And she gave me a great beard trim. And I said, well, how much do you make an hour? And she said, $10. So I said, okay, I'll give you 2 5s for that. And I'm also going to give you a $10 tip. But wait a second. Does she get to keep all that $20? Well, I'm the tax man. And I said, well, you got to give me, but is it really giving, one of your dollars to the U.S. government for your $10 an hour. And for your tip that I gave you, your $10 tip, you got to give me at least one of those in the tips column. What about the second item up for bids that there might be no taxes on if we hold Donald Trump accountable and the Republicans accountable to pass not just the no tax on tips, but the no tax on overtime? So let's change tips to overtime, right? Who works overtime? Well, police officers work a lot of overtime. Construction workers work a lot of overtime. You can think of all of the jobs that people work overtime at, maybe people at your local grocery store. So out of every $10, let's take one of those dollars for their normal 40 hours of work, right? And that will go into our coffers at the U.S. government, at the IRS. And we just hired way more than 30,000 more of people like me to take your money. And we're going to take another dollar from them, maybe $2, because they worked a lot of overtime. I think they worked 30 hours overtime this week. $2 for overtime. So that goes in our tax column here at the U.S. government. What would be the third thing that Donald Trump said he wouldn't take your money for? Well, he said, we're not going to take any money if you're old like me. I'm 52, and I'm about to retire here. So when I'm 62 in 10 years, I'm going to get my first check. And oh my God, can you believe I got $1,000 this month? Yes, each $1 is really $100. Let's count them. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, $1,000. Yeah, well, I can't keep all the 1,000. So they say, well, give us $100, one of those hundreds, and we'll take that from your Social Security check. So you get $900 out of your $1,000. Are you happy with that, Grandpa? No, I'm not happy with that. I'm the tax man. And you're taking the money that I put into the system. Yeah, but were you putting that money into the system for you? Or were you putting that money into the system for people who were retired then? I don't know. I thought it was mine. I thought it was putting into my account. I put money into the system. I'm supposed to get it back. Yeah, but were you putting it in an account for you? Or were you giving it, quote, to the people who were retired then, and it really doesn't exist anymore unless you take it from the people working now. Oh, I never really thought of it that way. Well, that's why you should pay attention to politics, because it affects your taxes. And if you did elect Donald Trump, make sure you hold his feet to the fire and make sure that the Republicans and Donald Trump make good on their campaign promises and don't just forget about it, right? Because they're not even in yet as of the recording of this video. But remember, if you like this episode, stick around for the next one. And remember, history happens every day.